Hello my beautiful Geminis, this is gonna be your love related reading. How do they see you and how do you see them for September? But I'm running a little bit late this month, as I do, so this is gonna be for the next upcoming 2 weeks, etc., up to early October. Okay Geminis, I hope you're doing well. I hope you still remember me. Okay, and this is your public video. If you're interested in the extended video, please follow the information in the description box below. I won't say more. I will just get onto it with your reading, because I know that sometimes I end up talking too much right at the beginning, so I'll try to cut it down. Okay, how do they see you? I've already cleaned the energy. Gemini, how are you being viewed by a person you're thinking of right now? Okay, whoever comes to your mind, and this is from each other's perspective. So a quick reminder, I gotta give you a reminder. On the right hand side, how do they see you from their perspective? On the left hand side, how do you view them passively from your perspective? Remember, the sides can be switched and can go vice versa. We're gonna look into the main blockage, the hypothetical outcome, and in the extended we're gonna clarify every single card, in the public just a few, and then we're gonna give you piece of advice for you and a cross watcher if you are a cross watcher watching this video, for Gemini, if you're cross watching a Gemini. All right, so we got a card. That's how they view you. Wow. Gotta put AC. Bloody hell, it's hot here. They view you with 6 of coins. Maybe you are in a codependent relationship, or maybe it's about there's a power struggle. Okay, and maybe you're in a situation with them when they feel like there's been a power struggle with you. But I think here with this card, because we're focusing on how they view you, okay? We're creating a picture of you made by them. They think, Gemini, that you are a very, very generous person, okay? You give to those in need. You're very good when it comes to making money. And every Gemini I know, they're exactly like that. But you also got a big heart, okay, and you're willing to give, okay, without expecting anything in return. And they absolutely, Gemini, love this about you. Okay, you're very generous. You're always giving and giving. Okay, you're supporting your family financially. You're giving money to those in need. You're very charitable, and you don't expect much in return. And that is what they love about you. They see you. Well, going back to that 6 of coins, because it can have many interpretations, but if it was to describe you and your personality, like I said, you're very generous, but also you are the giver, but maybe they felt as if you were the giver, and they were on the receiving end, and they didn't feel comfortable with it. Okay, maybe they felt like you were wearing the pants in this relationship and they wanted to do the same. Maybe things were not equal because they felt like you were doing better for yourself, and they were here begging, like they couldn't match what you were giving, you know, and they felt maybe you were dealing with someone, I'm not saying if you're controlling, but you know, there's something out of balance, and they felt like maybe you were seen to be giving more. Whether it's financially, because we've got coins here, maybe you had a better job or you've got a better job, okay, and they felt like possibly they were not good enough or something along those lines. They also view with the Fool, okay. Taurus also got Fool. It was a Taurus, and many people get Fool these days. The Fool is someone who's having a new chapter in their life, and that's not a coincidence. Right after a full moon in Pisces, you know, this is the last full moon that we've just passed last weekend, and you know, the ending of the last full moon in this lunar year. And this is a great time for, naturally, whether we like or not, we're bringing things to the end, okay, with a regret sometimes. we come into realization that something is not gonna work, and we got to pull ourselves together and start all over again. And this is in this card, that's how they see you. They know you feeling a little bit nostalgic about you trying to get this new chapter off the ground, but it's the best thing to do. And the dog is feeling for you. This could represent the dog, some people around you, or animal that you're connecting with, you know. And this animal can feel your feelings, or this person can feel your feelings, but they also understand that it's the best for you. So you are like, all right, now I get it. The full moon in Pisces sort of gave me that insight, understanding, made me realize that some things just naturally have to come to the end. What a shame. What a shame that it has to come to the end, okay? So they see you having a new chapter, being a little bit emotional about it, not fully forgetting or letting go fully, but you know, it's like you starting this new chapter. You're like, all right, I gotta pull myself together. I'm going on this journey now. I'm gonna stop worrying. I'm just gonna put my faith into destiny and see what else is gonna be there. What am I gonna be met with? Okay, I'm braver now, and that's how they see being braver. You turning your back to materialistic stuff. You might have even, you know, quit your job. You might have even stopped worrying so much about your stability, but just carpe diem. Carpe diem. You know, you are the fool, and they love that about you. You taking on new opportunities, even if that means losing money, but what you're gaining is your personal growth here. Okay, the tear means you got hurt in the past, but now you're realizing, okay, some things just got to come to the end. As much as we want them, as much as we want some people to remain in our life, I mean, I think full moon in Pisces might have made you realize, and they know it, that okay, I'm not attached any longer to this person, and I'm not gonna be attached to the pain. Yes, I've got some memories, but I'm gonna have a new chapter and I'm gonna rock. And they see this, okay? Wow. They also view Knight of Wands. We got this card very quickly. Knight of Wands, you're very passionate, okay? You know exactly what you want. You're following your heart, okay? Your heart. Sometimes Knight of Wands hasn't got a plan, and it's okay this time. You know, they know you haven't got a plan. They thinking, probably looking at you, oh my goodness, Gemini, you should have a plan. You're gonna fail. You know, because Knight of Wands energy, they end up failing sometimes because they haven't got a plan. They just go after passion, they follow their heart, and then they get burned. But this time is all right, okay? Because I felt like you decide to have a new chapter in your life, and you're deciding to follow your heart, to follow your passion, to follow the fire within you, okay? And if you fail, well, you've already learned your lessons before. That's why having a new chapter. But I think with this card, they think you coming off, you're quite strong when it comes to emotions. You're coming off as someone strong, but they find you sometimes as if you're coming off a bit too strong. But I don't feel like you're coming on them too strong, so I don't know why they care, but that's how they see you, okay? I like this, Gemini. How do you view them? How do you view them, Gemini? Whoa, God, the world, the end of the cycle, like I said, with a tear in your eye. Some things just got to come naturally to the end. The end of the soulmate connection. You knew you had to meet them to learn a valuable lesson about yourself. Maybe a lesson that, you know, money isn't always what's gonna make us happy. We can't always be dependent on money. We can't always be the only one who gives. Sometimes we need to take a risk in our life. We need to say no to extra work. We need to say no to anything materialistic, you know. We need to enjoy our life more. We need to worry less and follow our passion, okay? Follow what we really want to do, so that when we end up being old and wrinkled, we don't really have any regrets. Okay, you got to live your life, Gemini. I mean, that's from my point of view, Taurus lady point of view, in a way that if you were to turn around, did I do anything in my strength, in my power, so that in 20 years time I turn around and I'll be like, okay, I would have done it exactly the same. Okay, always put yourself in your imagination. Imagine I'm now 20 years down the line. How am I feeling with this choice? How am I feeling with my behavior? Okay, always do the best you can. What I mean by that, follow your voice. Okay, your inner voice. Don't be ashamed or afraid of revealing your feelings to someone, of telling people how you exactly feel. You know why? So that way, you first, you're not gonna go crazy. Secondly, you will be able to express your emotions. This is healthy. And the most important thing, you will never have regrets. Of course, everyone's got so tiny regrets, but do the best, the most you can do in a certain situation. So if you're feeling something for someone, tell them. If just be authentic, be true to yourself, so that by the end of this life, you will be touched with passing away, you know, knowing that you enjoyed your life, that you've been authentic, honest to yourself, because that is the most important thing we're learning here in tarot. Wow, sorry, I went off a bit. So the world, you see them with the end of the cycle, they taught you something. They are your twin flame or soulmate. Okay, or they were here to teach you that life is about taking risk. Life is about following your passion, Gemini. Okay, and I think that's what you're doing. You also view them with, wow, okay, they do make you happy, you know. They make you, you know, they may be awake in you, this inner childlike happiness. So maybe there's something you really want when you were a child. Oh my goodness, that's how you view them. Sorry, going back, that's how you view them, right? The end of the cycle, you're finishing the cycle with them, with a heavy heart, but you've learned a lot from it. You're growing and you grew, and now you know, now I'm following my passion. Okay, I'm just gonna say what I want to say. I'm just gonna get on that horse, and if I want to ride straight into someone's heart, I will. And if I get burned, I get burned, but then I'll pick myself up and I'll have no regrets, instead of staying in something not fulfilling, codependent, passively, instead of being attached to money and stability, and relationships or connection that are out of balance. You view them as the end of the cycle. You're finishing with them. You view them as someone who does make you happy. Okay, maybe the someone you've met in a childhood. Okay, maybe they reminded you of a cycle that kept going on from since when you were a little girl or boy. You also view them, Gemini, with, wow, Knight of Coins in the reverse position. Okay, you view them as someone whose love offer, it's an earth sign, by the way, could be Capricorn, Taurus, or what's the other earth sign? What's wrong? Virgo. And this is a very slow energy. Okay, this is so slow. They like routine. So you might have dealt with, like I said, with an earth sign energy, or maybe someone who's got that energy attached to them, or they've got it in the astrological chart. Someone who's very slow. They do not like changes. Okay, and possibly the reason why things did not work out here, the end of the cycle, because this is in the reversed. There was a very slow growth in this connection. Okay, maybe you've been dating for way too long. Maybe there was no label put on. Maybe there were no stages, because in every relationship you need stages in order to move forward. You know, if you've been with someone for 12 or 15 years, you need stages. Things got to happen. You know, sometimes people do not get married because, you know, they really want to get married. It's because you need a stage. Stages keep a long-term relationships, you know, healthy and happy. People like stages. People like to do things in stages. That's a human nature. Knight of Coins, he always gets the, but he's so slow. So this person was too slow for you. Too slow, and you either got bored or you decided, you know what, this is not working out. Now, let's look into the main blockage. Okay, Three of Cups. Someone is being single. This could be also reconciliation, but this is more about enjoying single life. Maybe someone had a desire to be single. Or this could be a third party situation, but I don't want to call that one out yet. Okay. Right, okay, simple. Someone here couldn't make up their mind between being single and committing. Okay, committing, having a, you know, giving someone, you know, full commitment. Four of Wands is about commitment. It's about stability. Someone couldn't choose between being stable and being not stable. Someone maybe one of you was ready to get married and the other one was not there yet. Okay, because sometimes people may love you, but they may, if they're not ready, they're just not ready. And usually that's the thing, you know, with people, with men usually, you know, sorry if you're a man, but I'm talking women usually. So now I'm specifically talking to women, but you can, you know, don't worry about the gender. I always say that, like, we always notice that, you know, sometimes, you know, in any, you know, whether it's woman or man relationship, the same or different sex relationships, that one person they just can't get married, they just can't commit, and then next year they're getting married to someone else. It's just because sometimes people are just not ready. It's not a right time. And someone here couldn't make up their mind. The emotions been blocked. Okay, they were procrastinating a decision and they couldn't commit. Okay, so they were like sort of on a crossroad between being single and committing. And the outcome for your situation, hypothetical, your situation, whether you're a Gemini or cross watcher, we've got your outcome. Whoa. Wow, it flipped. 10 of coins in a reverse position. Okay, lack of stability in this connection. That's how I see it, you know. Lack of stability. Let's clarify the outcome. 2 cards. Okay. Ooh, okay. Lack of stability. Something's focusing more on things that did not work out, but someone's feeling really guilty, very regretful about their behavior. Okay, they keep thinking about the past, they're living in the past, and I think, like, you know, you're still crying here. This is crying over spilled milk. I think you're still crying. I'm not saying you're the one who's feeling guilty, but you're definitely having a tear in your eye. Okay, Gemini. That's the past. Sometimes, you know, maybe even the full moon in Pisces brought those energies recently, when we could feel like, you know what, I know that naturally this got to come to the end, okay, because it took them way too long to make up their mind about whether they want to be with me or whether they want to enjoy the single life. They're still procrastinating possibly, and the outcome is for September at least and early October, lack of stability. You know, maybe, you know, we've got also here a Page of Cups. Someone in the past had an offer of love that was quite fragile, and someone here still needs to apologize. There's apology that might be needed, but there's the lack of apology, you know. Someone here's got to say sorry to someone else. Maybe they got to apologize to you. I feel like, you know, you haven't fully got over them. You've got a little tear in your eye, like I've said. You know, you're feeling like there was a bit of a loss, a regret, but you're also coming to terms with the idea of the fact, because the full moon in Pisces was in a, you know, in a Virgo season that just happened. Virgo's very rational, so you're getting that energy. Okay, I know it didn't work out, but I'm gonna stop crying over spilled milk and I'm gonna move on towards something better, something more stable, because this was not stable. And back in time, the love offer was fragile, they were in and out, and they still haven't apologized. They haven't said sorry. All right, we're gonna go now into the extended reading, Gemini, and I will see you there. Otherwise, I see you in 2 weeks time. Bye bye.